Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Big Pum, coach of your Rochester Rhydons, and we are back for week 8 of the NPA versus Bradyoactive, a divisional rival in the red division. So another really important match. We had back-to-back red divisional opponents. Last week was Duncan. We all know how that turned out. It is what it is, man. I lost to a Togetic, and now I am back for vengeance, baby. I'm back. I'm definitely not going to let last week bother me. It is a very statistical anomaly. I think I played that game really well. I'm not going to let myself feel bad about it. So here we are, week 8, NPA versus Bradyoactive. Another win. Hopefully, we need it really badly. Like, we need the win. How else can I, like Red Division win. Brady's had a bit of a rough season. He did have a really good match versus A-Drive, so definitely not taking it easy here. If you can go 1-0 versus A-Drive, then I'm super scared. Like, it's going to be a hell of a match. It was a great game. Looking at team prep, he didn't bring the thing that I was super afraid of. He had a rain team. He had Pelipper and Ludicolo. And that's what I was super afraid of, because if you look at my team, nothing on my team can take a Hydro Pump in the rain from a Ludicolo. Nothing. Because if I switch into Blastoise, Ludicolo can Giga Drain me, and I think it's definitely a 2-hit. I don't think it didn't OHKO me, but it was a 2-hit. So that's super scary. So that was probably the biggest threat on his team. He also has Nihilego, who is super scary because it has a really good speed stat of base 103, which pretty much outspeeds everything on my team except for Galvantula and Thundurus. Not Thundurus, sorry, no, what the hell? Tornadus, God, I'm whatever. Anyway, because I'm looking at the Thundurus on my screen. Anyway, I have Tornadus, but you see, I didn't bring Tornadus this week. I could have brought it, and I could have brought Hurricane to try and abuse the rain, but I didn't like Tornadus' matchup this week, especially when he has things like Registeel and all this other stuff that just beats Tornadus, so I didn't bring that this week. But what I did bring Galvantula with Sticky Webs and Thunder, basically the only two important moves. We got Bug Buzz on it as well, just in case he wanted to bring the Ludicolo, which I thought he would bring, but he didn't. Anyway, then I also got a max Spadef Florges. It was the only thing that could take a Hydro Pump. It was a roll, whether he would 2-hit me with a Hydro Pump. I brought Protect, try and get a little bit of extra leftovers recovery to hopefully I could live 2. Kind of wish Protect stall was the plan there. Try to stall out some rain. We brought Emboar, Assault Vest Emboar with like Flare Blitz, Superpower, Sucker Punch, and Wild Charge. He has no switch-ins to Emboar. Emboar is an absolute monster. We're also rocking Kyurem. We got Kyurem Black here. I think I packed Fusion Bolt, Ice Beam, Outrage, because his only fairy was Rabombi, and Rabombi was not switching into an Ice Beam and with Rocks up or anything like that. So definitely bringing Kyurem this week. I think I brought Earth Power as well. So Kyurem was a monster. Kyurem's a god himself. We brought Mega Blastoise. Now, Mega Blastoise is a cool set. We brought Mirror Coat. Mirror Coat was to bait the Ludicolo into hitting me with the Giga Drain, and then I fire a Mirror Coat back and kill it. So basically, I was going to trade off Blastoise for Ludicolo, because in the end of the day, if I get rid of the Ludicolo, I would have been fine. But he didn't bring Ludicolo. Still, so I am packing Mirror Coat, Aura Sphere, HP Electric, in case you wanted to bring the Pelipper. And then I forgot what the last move was. Signal Beam. Signal Beam for the... Signal Beam was for the Ludicolo or for the Bruxish. We almost brought Dark Pulse, but we decided Signal Beam was a little better, so that way we could at least hit the Ludicolo for something better than HP Electric. And then we got Fortress. Fortress is rocking Light Screen, Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, and Volt Switch. We brought the Light Screen because if by some miracle Fortress was able to take a hit and stuff, I could get up Light Clay, Light Screen, which would really help my team live some of the important hits and hopefully be able to take out his rain before it swept me. That was the goal with that. That's the team prep this week. And it was a really good match. You guys are going to hopefully enjoy this. It's definitely my longest match of the season. This is the most balanced matchup that we've had. This is the most balanced team I've brought, instead of trying to bring mons that just kind of sack or come in, hit something, die, bring something else in, come in, hit something and die. So anyway, I didn't know what I was predicting here, but he didn't have any hazard removal on his team. So I decided, you know what? I have no reason not to. I am opening Sash Galvantula with Sticky Webs. I never do this. I hate doing this. But if you don't have any hazard removal, I am definitely getting Sticky Webs up turn 1. No reason not to. He's just going to go ahead and throw off a Power Gem, and that is going to knock me down to my Sash. No doubt about it. But like I said, I get Sticky Webs up. He has no way to remove them. His only defogger was Pelipper. No Pelipper, no removal. Sticky Webs are up for the entire game. Absolutely worth it, because that's going to help Emboar and Kyurem put in the finest of work. Now, my only switch into this thing is the Fortress, and he goes up and gets Toxic Spikes up here, so good play on his part. I don't know if he was predicting me to switch or whatever, but anyway, I get Fortress in here relatively for free. I can take any hit except an HP fire. At that point, I pretty much just had to hope he didn't have it. But I do get my light screens up here. So we get light clay light screens, which is going to be super nice. Super important for the team. We're going to be able to live some hits that we otherwise wouldn't be able to. But he did get his Toxic Spikes up, so you are going to see me try to spin those away in a bit. I think I get my Stealth Rocks up this turn, because again, if he has no hazard removal, my best option is to set up hazards. We originally brought Spikes, but with his Rain team, we decided that we wouldn't be able to get up Stealth Rock, Spikes, and Screens. So I took off Spikes and I put on Rapid Spin, and that freed up a move slot for Blastoise. But you can just see that Registeel just set up a Substitute on me. And that's terrifying because obviously Fortress has nothing that can break the the Substitute. So that's terrifying. I'm like, oh no, I just let this thing set up. But thankfully he's faster than me, so I'm gonna get a nice slow Volt Switch off here, get a little bit of damage on his Substitute, which is super nice, and he goes for the Home Claws. That's scary. So he's a +1 Registeel behind his sub, and I haven't broken it yet, so that's kind of terrifying. Again, so those are the only two moves he's shown. He's only shown Substitute and Home Claws. So that's super scary, because if he's packing Iron Head Focus Punch or Iron Head whatever, I'm in trouble. That would really be bad for me. But I am going to go in here to Galvantula. Basically, I'm going to sack it off. All I'm going to do here is break his sub. That's all I care about. If I break his sub, if I break his sub and he kills me, I can go into Emboar and I'll revenge kill him back. He has no switch-ins to Emboar on his team. Like you see, I'm going to go here and toss off of Thunder, which is definitely going to break his Substitute here. If I had missed this Thunder, I would have cried. I would have been devastated to miss this Thunder. But, you know, we do miss those pretty accurate moves. Shout out to Free Shock. Stupid. Anyway, he goes up for the second Home Claws. I think he should have just killed me here, but either way. So I do get a Thunder off. Break his sub. Now he is a +2 Registeel, and I am a Galvantula with Thunder. So here he reveals that he is Focus Punch, and I'm not sure what he was planning here, because he should have done that last turn when he had the sub up. Anyway, I'm going to get the toss off a Thunder. It does next to nothing, but it's okay because it does break his sub. Or I don't think that would have broke his sub if I didn't have any damage on it. But anyway, he's setting up, trying to go for the Focus Punches here. But I got him in a good matchup here because I don't think... This basically shows me that he has no way... One, it shows me that he doesn't have Iron Head because he would have gone for it instead of risking the Focus Punch and me going for a move. But he goes out in a Golurk here. Good play on his part. Definitely good to expect the Thunder because there was no way I was going to click any other move other than Thunder. So it gets a free switch in the Golurk here. That's fine. I'm packing the HP Ice. I'm going to throw off an HP Ice because I just want Galvantula to go down here. I want to clean switch into something because Galvantula is... I'm not going to say it's useless. It's got up its webs. That's all I had to do this game. I didn't need it to outspeed Pelipper or anything because he didn't bring Rain. So Galvantula wasn't as useful as it could have been had it team prep work otherwise. And there goes my light screen. You'll see I kind of wasted a lot of those turns setting up stuff. But anyway, we get to go into Kyurem for free here. We are definitely going to outspeed this Golurk no matter what, even if he was Scarf, because he did get caught in the webs. I get to throw off an Ice Beam here, and it goes down, baby. Kyurem picking up a big Ice Beam kill right off the bat. So that's super cool. Then he goes out into Registeel. Now, fun fact, I'm running the Z Focus Blast, and it does... If he was specially defensive Registeel, which the calcs from the Thunder on Galvantula led me to believe that he is specially defensive, Z Focus Blast does 59 to 70%. He was like just outside of the range that I could go for Z Focus Blast, and I'm glad I didn't click it because a paralyzed Kyurem is not a good time. So, but I do switch out into Blastoise here. I figured he's either going to go for the Focus Punch. If he has Iron Head, I don't care. Because at this point, he hadn't revealed Thunder Wave, so he could have still had Iron Head. But anyway, we get to go into Blastoise here. He goes into Pony. We'll see Biscuit, the freaking Keldeo. Keldeo is a cool Mon, but thankfully, most of my Mons will outspeed Keldeo in the webs, which is super important. That's why I wanted the webs up, because Keldeo is a threat otherwise. You're going to see me go for a Mega. I think I just click... on the Switch, I clicked Aura Sphere to hit the Registeel. So I did click the Aura Sphere here. Would have done 50 to 60%, and I get paralyzed. That's rough. What are you going to do? But now I'm going to click HP Electric because it does just a bit more. And he goes for the Hyper Beam. This man has Hyper Beam on Keldeo. And look how much damage it does. I thought I was going to wall this thing off. And I got paralyzed again. I'm like, are you kidding me? 2 paralyzations anymore in a row. I'm like, you know what? Doesn't matter because he has to rest a turn. And I get paralyzed again. That's 3 paralyzations in a row. 25% times 3. RNG. Leave me alone. Like, jeez. Come on. Anyway, I can't stay in. I don't want to sack off Blastoise. I can heal off the paralysis. I can Wish Pass into it later. So I'm going to go into Florges, who can take the hit, because the only thing that could hurt me was this Hyper Beam, and I knew Florges could take the hit easily. I could Wish Protect the health back. I could throw off a Moonblast. Also, he's stuck in here because he went for Hyper Beam, so I get to throw off a free Moonblast here. So I definitely wanted the damage on this Keldeo. As you can see, I do loads of damage, and I get the special attack drop, which is super nice, because that means I can basically sit here in front of this Keldeo forever. This Keldeo can no longer touch me. Didn't matter. He couldn't touch me anymore, especially with the special attack drop. So he does withdraw. So Keldeo will die coming back into rocks, because he can't live switching into rocks. But he switches into Registeel, basically a hard counter to my Florges, because Florges cannot touch Registeel. Like, in team prep, we knew that Registeel was going to come in on Florges. There's nothing I could do about it. Absolutely nothing I could do about it, because even an HP Fire does nothing to Registeel. So we just took the L on that one. We get the Aromatherapy off, which is really clutch, because it's going to heal the Thunder Wave on Blastoise, which is super nice. So definitely worth it on that. Florges was putting in the work this week. Florges has become a very useful member of the team. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get a Wish off, because he's revealed his entire set. He does not have Iron Head. I can sit in front of this thing. His only move is Focus Punch. So the only thing he can do to me, basically, is either set up a subs and Hone Claws, but it won't matter because he can't really touch me with Focus Punch. All that good stuff. But he does throw off a T-Wave here, which is kind of unfortunate, because I do not want to sit here. Aromatherapy. I don't want to get like, stuck between Aromatherapying and him Thunder Waving me, because I don't want to waste my Aromatherapies in case I need them later. So I'm going to go into Blastoise here. And I'm going to get the Wish off, obviously. So Blastoise is going to get all this Wish health back, which is super nice, because Blastoise sitting at a low health is not nice. But Blastoise with a lot of health is really nice. So he sets up a sub, which is fine with me, because I am just going to click Aura Sphere on it. That's all I have to do. That's all that needs to happen here, is I'm just going to body this thing, because he doesn't really have switch-ins to Blastoise. So we go ahead and click the Aura Sphere. Definitely going to break the sub, without a doubt. No questions asked, as you can see. And it fades. Okay. And he goes for the Thunder Wave again. Super annoying. Like, I hate Thunder Wave. But anyway, Blastoise is going to get Thunder Waves again. Obviously, good play on his part to kind of keep T-Waving me, because it forces me to go back into Florges at some point and go for Aromatherapy. So you're going to see that I do work really hard to make sure Florges stays around, because it does do a good job of keeping my Mons healthy with Wish Pass and clearing off these T-Waves, especially with that he has a Thundurus in the back. So I'm going to go for an Aura Sphere here. He goes for the sub. Good plays on his part to try and hope that I get paralyzed, because I mean, honestly, that's kind of where he's stuck at this point, because he can't really switch anything into Blastoise. So there is that, which is cool. But he is going to get, I am going to break his sub, thankfully, because I do break through paralysis. I did get paralyzed 3 times in a row, so I deserve this. So he's going to go for the Focus Punches here. Without the boost, they're not really going to do much to me anyway. Thankfully, I don't get paralyzed, and I get to throw off an Aura Sphere. He barely lives. I think that was a roll, but it was definitely in his favor to live it. So I'm fine with excuse me. I'm fine with that. But he did go for Focus Punch. Unfortunate that's his only move, because he does get forced into hoping that I get paralyzed, but I'm going to go for the Aura Sphere, and I do hit it this time, thankfully. Didn't get paralyzed on that. Registeel falls to Blastoise, and that's huge, because now that means Kyurem is going to put in the finest of work without Registeel around. Even if I had died at some point, Registeel is still fine. But anyway, he goes into this thing. He goes into his Thundurus. I have to switch out. I cannot stay in. Thunderbolt annihilates me. It was not worth staying in. But so I go back into Florges. He really can't touch me outside of like the Z move, Flash Cannon. That would have hurt. But he goes for the Grass Knot here, and that's going to do like nothing to me. So that's cool. Basically a free switch into Florges here. I know I can take a Thunderbolt. I can take a regular Flash Cannon. But if he's the Z Corkscrew Crash, then I would be in trouble. But thankfully, he doesn't reveal it. At this point, I basically assumed that he had no steel coverage for me, which is super dope. Anyway, he goes into Delphox. Obviously, I'm gonna resist my Moonblast, and that's the only move I'm carrying. I think I've revealed my entire set at this point. I don't know if I revealed Protect, but basically I revealed that I have nothing for the Delphox, so good play on his part. Go into here. I get my Aromatherapy off to cure Florges and Blastoise of paralysis, which is super good as always. I'm really glad we put Aromatherapy on. We almost didn't, but definitely glad I kind of went with that one. Went with the gut on that one. He goes for the Mystical Fire here, which is a pretty cool move, because it's going to lower my special attack and basically make sure I cannot touch Delphox whatsoever. But I'm going to throw off a Moonblast here. Do some decent damage. You know, it's like little chip damage, you know, just a little bit. And he's packing. He's packing. he's back in eject button. I'm not sure what he was planning with this one, but yeah. So he gets a free switch into Nihilego, which is a problem for me because I have nothing. Like obviously I can't leave Nihilego, or I can't leave Florges in on Nihilego because I do not want to take a sludge wave or anything of that nature, because that would just annihilate me, and I need Florges. I need Florges around for Wish Pass, for kind of walling off the Thunderous at this point. But anyway, I'm going to switch out. Pretty much just going to sack off Fortress at this point because I know Fortress can't take 2 hits, but I have nothing else that wants to switch into this guy anyway. So anyway, you'll see I take that Power Gem. I take 1, but I'm not going to take the second one. This one's going to hurt. I was really surprised he didn't reveal the Poison type move. So really interesting on that. Definitely would have thought the Poison move would have been coming, but maybe he just predicted me. Good play on his part, but he does get the special attack boost, which is super scary. Really glad it wasn't the speed boost because that would have been bad. So here, if he was Scarf, he can't kill me. If he's Specs or whatever, he can't outspeed me. So I get to throw off a clean superpower and blow this thing back. Basically, Embor was in a... I'm a Saltless Embor, first of all. So I could definitely take any move he went for. I could take the Power Gem. I could take anything. So thankfully that worked out that way. What you call it? Keldeo comes back in. Is not going to live the rocks. I don't know if he was hoping that he could live the rocks or whatever, but Keldeo is not going to live the rocks, so I get to sit in with Embor still. Here we go, and he sends out Ginny. Now, I do not want to stay in here, because if he throws off a Psychic, I don't want to take the day. Oh, wait, no, I'm a liar. I think I know what happens here. Because I'm -1, but a -1 Sucker Punch still kills Delphox, so I go for the Sucker Punch, and he goes for the Protect. Good play on his part. I did not expect that. Definitely good to scout the Sucker Punch on his part. So anyway, he's just going to Protect here. I'm just going to do it again because I want to see if he wants to throw off the Psychic. I really don't lose anything by clicking Sucker Punch. So, and I could definitely kill. Like, the roll was 100% going to kill the Delphox unless he had some crazy defensive spread. But he's just going to sit here and protect me. So, he went for 3 Protects. He's probably just going to stall out my Sucker Punches. I'm like, all right, I'm not playing these games. I ain't got time for these games. I'm going back into Blastoise because I could take 1 hit. I was pretty sure he was going to Protect here. So I know I can take an Energy Ball or whatever he wants to throw at me in that regard. But he just goes for the Mystical Fire to lower my special attack, which is a pretty good play on his part as well. But it wouldn't take him from the Skull. But unfortunately, I wasn't bringing Skull this week. I definitely did not predict the Delphox to come. But I had Signal Beam, and I went for it here. Now you're going to see I do pick up a nice crit here. Whether it mattered long term, probably not, because 2 Signal Beams would have killed him. And he also couldn't switch into rocks after taking that Signal Beam. So anyway, Delphox goes down to a crit from the Signal Beam. Blastoise picking up a kill, which is super nice. And I still got to switch out, okay? Like, no reason to let Blastoise go down here. I had a clean switch into Florges. Clean switch. So I know Florges at this point, either he has the Z Flash or Z Flash Cannon, but he didn't reveal it earlier. So it is what it is. I'm going to go into Florges here and make sure I save a little bit of differential in this one, because there's no reason to let Blastoise go down there, because Florges does switch in so nicely. So he's just going to go for the T-Bolts. I can see that he's not Specs damage. I'm just going to go for the Moonblast here. Deal a good healthy chunk of damage here. Like, look at that. Barely lives. Now, this is, see, if he was Specs, which I wasn't sure if he was or not, but I basically want to make sure I live the next hit. So I do go for the Protect to put me out of range of Choice Specs. Whatchamacallit. Choice Specs Thunderbolt would not be able to kill me after this thing of leftovers. So just to cover my bases, just to make sure I didn't die, I do go for the Protect here and sit at 86 HP. The most he could do was 85. Thankfully, I do get enough HP back. Thunderbolt cannot kill me from this range. Obviously, I probably could have counted better based on the range because I lived that really easily. But I do throw off another Moonblast here, and we're going to pick ourselves up a nice 4-0 win, which is super dope, especially since Brady is in our division. Good game to Brady. Thank you so much for battling, man. I know we're having it kind of late, but definitely glad you could fit me into your busy schedule, man. Brady's pretty busy guy. So thank you so much, Brady, for the battle. We do pick up a nice 4-0 win. Nice bounce back from the RNG catastrophe that was our match versus Duncan. This match wasn't going well for me RNG-wise either. I got paralyzed 3 times in a row. I don't know what the odds of that are, but I was getting really annoyed because Keldeo would have died in those 2 hits to Blastoise if he didn't, if I didn't get paralyzed both times or 3 times in a row even. That was super annoying, but it is what it is. I don't know what else to say about RNG except for the fact that it wants to keep rearing its ugly head into my games. But that's going to be GG, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video down below. If you want to go check out Brady's side, because he has the most beautiful battles in the NPA, and that is not something I say lightly. He does the cleanest looking battles. So make sure you go give him a sub, like, so go subscribe to Brady. His link will be down below in the description. I'm gonna get the hell out of here, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. And it's good to be back with a win, guys. I'll catch you guys next week for our match with A Drive, and that's gonna be a nutty one, guys. We definitely need to come out with a win on that one. Anyway, guys, like I said, I'm gonna get the hell out of here, and I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.